Yo, what's good with it, Pack family? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume, here to bring you my top 5 picks for the week of October the 10th, and we're going to get right into it. So the first on my list I want to talk about today is Netflix NFLX coming out of communication sector. So on Netflix, I'm looking at an inside week 212 down. We're looking at a trigger point of 224.28 for the level to break below that. And we're looking at some pretty nice movement to the downside here on Netflix. Beyond that, I'm looking at 220, 205 as levels that we could potentially get to there. Moving on to the information technology sector, I'm looking at NVIDIA as the next one that I want to take to the downside. And this one is setting up for a 2-2 rail off of those highs from last week, created us a shooter here. Looking at a 2-2 rev on the week below 120.22 is our trigger point for entry there on the week level for NVIDIA. Moving on, I want to talk about, material stock. One that we've been playing to the upside is Wheaton Precious Metals. We had taken this one, some December 35 calls on this one. And this one actually hit target last week. So it looks like from that point in the broadening formation, we have a little bit of selling that occurred right there. So it's giving us an opportunity to short it back to the downside here. So we're looking at a 322 on the week, potentially below $32.24 on WPM, Wheaton Precious Metals. So we'll be looking to take advantage of that opportunity there and see what happens from there. So now moving on, this is one that there's an opportunity on this particular ticker that I did not take recently, and I had seen the setup and I didn't take advantage of it. But I'm looking at Mara, ticker MARA, Mara, looking at a little crypto move. Looking at a downside move here, 2-2 rev on the week below this $10.39 level is what I'm looking at for entry on Mara. And that one looks pretty solid to the downside for me. It had a nice pop, and now it looks like we're turning around. So I want to take advantage of that to the downside. And so I'll be looking at $10.39 as my trigger point to enter to the downside for Mara. Riot looks very similar to that, but just Mara is the one I selected for this. The next one and the last ticker I'll bring up is VXX VIX, not VIX, not to be confused with VIX. We're looking at VXX, and I'm looking for an upside move for this one to trigger the week on VXX, and that'll be a 2-2 rev to the upside above the $21.09 level. And that essentially correlates with my overall, outlook on the market, looking like we're going to get a little bit of continued push to the downside. We'll see what happens with SPY and how it reacts to these broadening formations that are close by. So if we do indeed, get some reaction from the BF, we may get a temporary move up or something like that. But overall, we're bearish. All the signs point to that. And so with that, that kind of outlays what my tickers look like for the week. So with that, peoples, I'm gonna turn it back over to y'all. Y'all have a great week. Catch y'all in the Discord. Peace.